If you're looking for epic single track that lasts for days, all centered around a young, energetic downtown that's full of awesome food, look no further than Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. One of the biggest destination trail networks is CARVINS COVE, and that's where we started. From the Bennett Springs parking lot, you'll literally dive right into the single track, and straight into the climbs. Head up Heidi Ho, which is a lung buster that's more fun going down than up, and you'll be heading straight toward the area's best known downhill trail. So we just got up to the top of Heidi Ho, which is a beast of a climb as you saw, and literally drenched in sweat. So if you're coming here in the summer, you've got to bring tons of fluids because it's not only super hot, it's super humid, and you'll just be sweating everywhere. And now that we're up here, you can drop into the gauntlet right at the top, or do what we're gonna do, hit the jump line OG. OG is one of the newer trails here, and it's a short connector that's full of jumps. The nice thing is there are almost no gaps. It's all tabletops, and the drops that look blind are totally rollable. Other than the loose, rocky surface, it's hard to get into too much trouble as long as you watch your speed.
Definitely taking it a little easy. It's the first time I've ever ridden this. Seems to be pretty well built where you can roll the stuff if you come into it a little hot. The rocks can be a little disconcerting if you're not used to riding this stuff because they can feel a little loose. Traction's pretty good, but still better safe than sorry.
OG feeds right into Gauntlet, which is one of the best known trails in CARVINS COVE. It's a tight, twisting chute through the trees that's full of roots and small rock ledges that make for fun little jumps. In addition to your speed, these features keep it entertaining and challenging. The trail snakes down the mountain through well-worn turns that have built up just enough berm to let you rip around them. Top to bottom, Gauntlet is a 2-mile descent, and trust me, your brakes will be burning by the time you get to the bottom. Probably your forearms too, because there's no time to let up for the entire descent. As you can see from the terrain here and through this video, you'll want to bring a big bike to have the most fun. I'll show you what we were riding in just a bit. Gauntlet will bring you all the way down to water level, where we took a left onto Lakeside. Lakeside starts off flat and winds around the southwestern tip of CARVINS COVE Reservoir, where you can also paddle and kayak if you're looking for things to do off the bike. We'll show you a few other options for things to do in this area a little later in this video too.
As hot as it is, riding alongside the lake here is super nice. There's a wonderful breeze coming off of it, and it feels really cool, which is exactly what we needed right now.
As the trail turns inward off a bluff, it starts a gradual rolling uphill march. About half of CARVINS COVE trails roll along horizontally, but ultimately, you've got to climb something to get up to the top and enjoy the descents like Gauntlet, Upper and Lower Comet, Royalty, and Trough. The climbs are a mix of short, punchy, and rolly sections rewarded with equal parts grin-inducing descents, and long, sustained climbs that will test both your endurance and your slow speed technical skills. There are fire road options if you prefer to climb those, but there are a few trails that are perfectly rideable going up, and one that's definitely not. I'll show you that one on the map in just a sec. I've ridden CARVINS COVE throughout the year, and spring and summer are the best times to visit. Fall might be cooler, but once the leaves start falling, they can hide a lot of big rocks and deep ruts between roots. A long travel 29er will help you pound through those, but you'll be bashing through them blind, which isn't the safest thing in the world. These trails are a lot better when you can see what you're about to hit. Fortunately for newcomers, there's pretty good signage throughout. Combined with the maps, you're unlikely to get too lost. Another great reason to visit in spring and summer, you'll be rewarded with a lot of green, with some trails almost creating a tree tunnel to ride through. Most of the trails handle rain really well, so getting caught in an afternoon shower may dampen your kit, but not your ride. There are a lot of rocks, so pick tires with adequate puncture and cut resistance. You won't need full-on enduro or downhill casings, And trust me, you wouldn't want to pedal those tires up the mountain anyway. A good trail tire is all you need. And snacks. With so many miles of single track, CARVINS Cove is worth getting to early, riding a loop, then having a little picnic at the car before heading out for more.
So CARVINS Cove is the biggest trail network in the whole Virginia Blue Ridge area, with something like 60 miles of single track. You can see behind me like a whole mix of, you know, easy, intermediate, difficult, super difficult. And what makes them difficult really is kind of the terrain, not so much like big jumps and drops. It's just really rocky, really rooty, and really technical on some of them. So what we did today was basically parked here at Bennett Springs, which is a great parking spot because it's got bathroom and everything, up Heidi Ho, over here, down OG, which merges with Gauntlet all the way down. Lakeside is a beautiful rolling one trail over here. And then when we got to this point, this one's kind of important here. This is Hemlock, and really you want to go this way. We biked it up because we wanted to hit this little descent, and it's just not worth it. So when you hit Hemlock, come around, and it's really like explore your own. So this is our loop. We kind of went up, we hit this descent, which is Upper Comet. Actually, we skipped Lower Comet because we went over here. We did Songbird, which is super fun and flowy. And now we're just gonna hit the road back to there because it's been a long day. There is a nice little descent here, but you do have a grunt of a climb somewhere at the end to get back to the parking lot. So, I mean, basically the point is there's just like, I mean, look at how many trails you got here. Just tons and tons of stuff. Signs out on the trail to make it easy. If you're anywhere near here, it's really more than you can do in one day to try and hit everything, which makes Roanoke a great spot with so many great restaurants to come back and hit this again. Dip in the water because it feels great.
For this trip, we rode Evil's 141 mil travel offering with a 150 fork and a Rocky Mountain Instinct with 140 mil travel front and rear.
All right, next up is Wade Recreation Park, which is about 30-40 minutes south of Roanoke, just off of 220, which is the main highway that connects down to our hometown of Greensboro. But we came here to ride these, the new Skeletor trails, which is the new blacks up top. Super technical rock sections. There's a ton of other fun stuff here too. So let's go check that out, and then I'll show you what makes this park so cool.
If you want to get straight to the top and ride the newest single track, take the Old Carolina Road Trail for an easy warm-up. You'll miss some of the multi-use trails in the middle, but you'll cross the road straight into Upper Skeletor. This is a flowing trail that exemplifies the phrase natural trail thanks to its rough cut look and finish. It feels rustic until you get to the man-made technical features, including this long set of skinnies that I almost cleared to the end. Not bad, but you should check out the blooper reel at the end of the video. Upper Skeletor is only 0.35 miles, but add in a few rocks, lots of roots, and other natural challenges, plus a bit of rolling climbing, and it'll get your legs, arms, and senses fired up for the park's only black-rated technical trail, Skeletor. Skeletor is Wade Park's newest addition, and it gets going with a couple of small jumps and low technical features. You want to pedal a bit to keep your speed up and power through them before launching yourself off either of the two different wooden ramps. Both have ample descending rollouts that make for smooth landings, letting you send them as far as you want. Just know that both have smaller jumps on their exits, so keep paying attention. It's easy to loop back around and session these. Or take the high road to ride this monster rock garden.
Holy cow.
It takes you along the park's upper edge and offers more jumps, more skinnies, more technical features, and feeds you into a massive gap jump and berm section that'll loop you back to the ramps.
Holy cow. So that's a big gap right there. leading into a nice berm. Just gonna check out where that goes.
A few more little jumps and you'll end up back at the ranch. From there, take the fire road down along the river and...
So we got across the water. After you. Oh crap. Feels good though. Well, it's refreshing.
The map will show 2 spots to ford across the water, but we'd recommend the lower one. It'll take you through working crop fields straight to the base of Old Buzzard Jump Line Trail. Old Buzzard is the park's other black rated trail, but rather than tech features, it's built with tabletop jumps that get progressively bigger, longer, and taller as you go down. Fortunately, there are no gap jumps here, so you can roll it and progress at your own pace. We took it pretty easy since this was our first run, and our only run down it. Finish and pedal back up to the start, then turn right into the woods for some of the funnest trails in the park. Boone Farm Loop Trail will bring you around to Shine Runner Technical Loop. Veer onto it and you'll be rewarded with all sorts of technical trail features to challenge any rider's skills. Exit that and you're rewarded with a swoopy fast descent on the original Shine Runner, which will bring you around to the park's open fields and back to the parking lot.
So the best part about riding at Wade Recreation Park is when you're done riding, you get to do this. So whether you're out here playing ball with your family or whatever, you've got a nice, it's almost like a lazy river to just kind of float away and cool off and yeah, chill. So if you need something to do with the family or you just want to take a break from riding for a day or half a day, you can head to Explore Park, which is about 20 minutes outside of downtown Roanoke. It's got the Treetop Quest, which is a super fun high ropes course and zipline course, kind of all bundled into one that's great for all ages. So we're gonna go check that out real quick. So if you're into zip lines, this is probably the park for you because it's predominantly zip lines with a few of these obstacles, you know, high walks, and never that's bouncing me everywhere at Explore Park in Roanoke, but there's definitely a lot of zip lines, which is pretty fun. And then you can pack a picnic, come on down to the water, which is just like a 2-minute drive down to another parking lot, and do this.
We'd be remiss if we didn't talk just for a second about Roanoke. As a young, energetic hub of Virginia's Blue Ridge, it's centrally located between these and numerous other amazing mountain bike trail networks, making it a great home base for a week's worth of riding. It's not just the proximity to SingleTrack, it's also the beer. Roanoke is home to Deschutes East Coast operations. There are too many amazing restaurants to list here, but Leonora's Pepito Sandwich and Tuco's Tacos are worth a stop. And Tuco's is right across the street from Big Lick Brewing, which has an awesome outdoor patio. I'm really only scratching the surface here. Check out the full story on BikeRumor for a ton more food and drink recommendations. I do have to mention Downshift. It's a combination bike shop and coffee bar. Grab their breakfast bowl, take in the views from the rooftop patio, and then go hit the trails. Thanks a ton for watching. Stick around for a second because we got some bloopers from our time out on the trail. But if you like this, hit subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, or if there's some other spots around the Virginia Blue Ridge that you like to ride, and that way more people can find more killer trails. There's a lot more to ride in this area, so check out the full post on BikeRumor.com for a list of all the trails in the area, a lot of the restaurants and everything that we ate at, and some other killer spots to hit while you're in the greater Roanoke area. Well done.